Taxiing to runway 26, Oscar Lima India Echo. Kilo ground, Delta 7 Heavy, ready for pushback. Echo Juliet Sierra, hold position. Holding position, Echo Juliet Sierra. Delta 7 Heavy, hold position. Holding position, Delta 7 Heavy. Oscar Sierra Mike 46, taxi to runway 26, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 26, Oscar Sierra Mike 46. Hotel Zulu Mike 1 Alpha Yankee, enter right downwind runway 26. Your code, airlot. Enter right downwind runway 26, Hotel Zulu Mike 1 Alpha Yankee. Kilo Tower, Delta 13 Super, ready for takeoff at runway 26, departing west. Aeroflot 777, runway 26, cleared for takeoff. Delta 13 Super, line up and wait runway 26. Cleared for takeoff, runway 26, Aeroflot 777. Kilo Tower, Emirates 2020 is 24 nautical miles to the northwest at 11,800 feet, inbound for landing. Line up and wait runway 26, Delta 13 Super. Emirates 2020, enter right downwind runway 26, number 2, traffic to follow is on right downwind. Kilo Tower, Oscar Lima India Echo, ready for takeoff at runway 26, departing north. Enter right downwind, runway 26, behind the traffic on right downwind, Emirates 2020. Delta 13 Super, runway 26, cleared for takeoff. Oscar Lima India Echo, line up and wait runway 26. Cleared for takeoff, runway 26, Delta 13 Super. Line up and wait runway 26, Oscar Lima India Echo.
Gear up.
Tower, Oscar Lima India Echo, ready for takeoff at runway 26, departing north. Oscar Lima India Echo, runway 26, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 26, Oscar Lima India Echo. Delta 13 Super, frequency change approved. Good day. Aeroflot 777, frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved. Aeroflot 777, good day. Frequency change approved. Delta 13 Super, good day. Aeroflot 777, request frequency change. Kilo Tower, Jet Airways 586 is 25 nautical miles to the northwest at 10,300 feet, inbound for landing. Jet Airways 586, enter right downwind runway 26, number 3, traffic to follow is on right downwind.
Funny dude. But I got to this. That's the one thing.
Bradshaw Afanicom, Oscar Sierra Mike 46 is 10 nautical miles to the east at 7,400 feet, inbound for landing, will make straight in for runway 27.
So we might land on one of these two runways, on either 08 right or 04 right. I want to do a crosswind. There's 18 knots of crosswind, so I think 08 right has the crosswind.
Delta 13 Super, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 04 right at Honolulu International. Roger, Delta 13 Super. Delta 13 Super is 9 nautical miles west of LAN A at 33,600 feet, requesting GPS approach runway 08 right at Honolulu International. Delta 13 Super, turn left heading 270, descend and maintain 9,000. Turn left heading 270, descend and maintain 9,000, Delta 13 Super. Delta 13 Super, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 04 right at Honolulu International. Roger, Delta 13 Super. Emirates 1 Super, turn right heading 350, descend and maintain 2,500. Turn right heading 350, descend and maintain 2,500, Emirates 1 Super. Aeroflot 777, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 04 right at Honolulu International. Aeroflot 777 is 9 nautical miles south of Molokai at 20,200 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 04 right at Honolulu International. Roger, Aeroflot 777. Aeroflot 777, descend and maintain 12,000. Descend and maintain 12,000, Aeroflot 777. Aeroflot 777, do not exceed 260 knots. Do not exceed 260 knots, Aeroflot 777. Emirates 1 Super, turn right heading 030. Turn right heading 030, Emirates 1 Super. Emirates 1 Super, turn right heading 050, descend and maintain 2,500, maintain 2,500 until established on the localizer, clear GPS runway 08 right approach. Turn right heading 050, descend and maintain 2,500, maintain 2,500 until established on the localizer, clear GPS runway 08 right, Emirates 1 Super. Aeroflot 777, turn left heading 260. Turn left heading 260, Aeroflot 777. Emirates 1 Super, thank you, good day. Emirates 1 Super, contact Honolulu Unicom on 122.8. Contacting Honolulu Unicom on 122.8. Emirates 1 Super. Thank you, good day, Emirates 1 Super. Delta 13 Super, descend and maintain 9,000. Delta 13 Super, expect vectors for the GPS approach runway 08 right at Honolulu International. Roger, Delta 13 Super. Thank you, Delta 13 Super. New Zealand 302 is 6 nautical miles southeast of Panda at 16,000 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 04 right at Honolulu International. New Zealand 302, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 04 right at Honolulu International. Roger, New Zealand 302. New Zealand 302, do not exceed 250 knots. Do not exceed 250 knots, New Zealand 302. New Zealand 302, turn left heading 230, descend and maintain 12,000. Turn left heading 230, descend and maintain 12,000, New Zealand 302. Aeroflot 777, turn right heading 270, descent and maintain 4,000. All Nippon 1301 is 1 nautical miles east of Honolulu International at 700 feet, requesting flight following to Hilo International. All Nippon 1301, proceed on course to Hilo International. Turn right heading 270, descent and maintain 4,000, Aeroflot 777. Proceed on course, all Nippon 1301. New Zealand 302, descent and maintain 9,000. Descent and maintain 9,000, New Zealand 302. All Nippon 1301, turn right heading 100, climb and maintain 14,000. Turn right heading 100, climb and maintain 14,000, all Nippon 1301. Air France 0680 Heavy is 22 nautical miles southwest of LAN A at 22,900 feet, requesting ILS approach runway 04 right at Honolulu International. Air France 0680 Heavy, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 04 right at Honolulu International. Roger, Air France 0680 Heavy. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, do not exceed 270 knots. Do not exceed 270 knots. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India. Air France 0680 Heavy, do not exceed 260 knots. Do not exceed 260 knots. Air France 0680 Heavy. All Nippon 1301, resume on navigation. Resume on navigation, all Nippon 1301. Thank you, all Nippon 1301. Air France 0680 Heavy, expect vectors for the GPS approach runway 08 right at Honolulu International. Roger, Air France 0680 Heavy. New Zealand 302, turn right heading 260, descent and maintain 7,000. All Nippon 1301, frequency change approved. Good day. Turn right heading 260, descent and maintain 7,000, New Zealand 302. Frequency change approved. All Nippon 1301, good day. New Zealand 302, do not exceed 220 knots. Aeroflot 777, do not exceed 210 knots. Air France 0680 Heavy, turn left heading 270, descent and maintain 13,000. Do not exceed 210 knots. Aeroflot 777. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, descent and maintain 10,000. Turn left heading 270, descent and maintain 13,000, Air France 0680 Heavy. Do not exceed 220 knots, New Zealand 302. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 04 right at Honolulu International. Delta 13 Super, turn right heading 310, descent and maintain 7,000. Aeroflot 777, descent and maintain 3,000. New Zealand 302, descent and maintain 5,000. Descent and maintain 3,000, Aeroflot 777. Descent and maintain 5,000, New Zealand 302. Turn right heading 310, descent and maintain 7,000, Delta 13 Super. Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, expect vectors for the GPS approach runway 08 right at Honolulu International. Roger, Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, turn left heading 280. Turn left heading 280, Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India. New Zealand 302, turn right heading 270, descend and maintain 4000. Turn right heading 270, descend and maintain 4000, New Zealand 302. Aeroflot 777, reduce speed to 180 knots. New Zealand 302, do not exceed 190 knots. Reduce speed to 180 knots. Aeroflot 777. Delta 13 Super, turn right heading 330, descend and maintain 4000. Do not exceed 190 knots. New Zealand 302. Turn right heading 330, descend and maintain 4000. Delta 13 Super. Aeroflot 777, turn right heading 300, descend and maintain 2500. Turn right heading 300, descend and maintain 2500. Aeroflot 777. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, descend and maintain 7000. Descend and maintain 7000, Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India. Delta 13 Super, reduce speed to 190 knots. Reduce speed to 190 knots. Delta 13 Super. Delta 13 Super, disregard last message. Delta 13 Super, reduce speed to 210 knots. Reduce speed to 210 knots. Delta 13 Super. Thank you. Delta 13 Super. Aeroflot 777, turn right heading 340. Turn right heading 340, Aeroflot 777. New Zealand 302, turn right heading 300, descend and maintain 2500. Turn right heading 300, descend and maintain 2500, New Zealand 302. Air France 0680 Heavy, turn right heading 280, descend and maintain 10,000. Turn right heading 280, descend and maintain 10,000, Air France 0680 Heavy. Aeroflot 777, turn right heading 010, descend and maintain 2,500. Maintain 2,500 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 04 right approach. Delta 13 Super, turn right heading 360, descend and maintain 3,000. Turn right heading 010, descend and maintain 2,500. Maintain 2,500 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 04 right, Aeroflot 777. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, turn right heading 300, descend and maintain 4000. Turn right heading 300, descend and maintain 4000, Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India. Turn right heading 360, descend and maintain 3000, Delta 13 Super. Aeroflot 777, thank you, good day. Aeroflot 777, contact Honolulu Tower on 118.1. Contacting Honolulu Tower on 118.1, Aeroflot 777. New Zealand 302, turn right heading 320. Turn right heading 320, New Zealand 302. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, turn right heading 310, descent and maintain 3000. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, do not exceed 230 knots. Do not exceed 230 knots. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India. Air France 0680 Heavy, turn right heading 300, descent and maintain 7000. Turn right heading 300, descent and maintain 7000, Air France 0680 Heavy. Honolulu approach, Juliet Sierra Delta 3 Lima, with you. Juliet Sierra Delta 3 Lima, roger.
I just saw Tyler.
13 Super, turn right heading 030. Turn right heading 030, Delta 13 Super. New Zealand 302, turn right heading 340. Turn right heading 340, New Zealand 302. Honolulu approach, Delta 13 Super, with you. Delta 13 Super, roger. Thank you, Delta 13 Super. New Zealand 302, turn right heading 010, descent and maintain 2500. Maintain 2500 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 04 right approach. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, do not exceed 210 knots. Air France 0680 Heavy, do not exceed 230 knots. Do not exceed 210 knots. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, do not exceed 230 knots. Air France 0680 Heavy. Delta 13 Super, turn right heading 050, descent and maintain 2500. Maintain 2500 until established on the localizer. Clear GPS runway 08 right approach. Turn right heading 050, descent and maintain 2500. Maintain 2500 until established on the localizer. Clear GPS runway 08 right, Delta 13 Super. New Zealand 302, please follow instructions. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, turn right heading 340. Turn right heading 340, Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India. Thank you, Delta 13 Super. New Zealand 302, thank you, good day. Turn right heading 320, descent and maintain 5000, Air France 0680 Heavy. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, turn right heading 350. Turn right heading 350, Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India. Delta 13 Super, thank you, good day. Delta 13 Super, contact Honolulu Tower on 118.1. Contacting Honolulu Tower on 118.1, Delta 13 Super. Aeroflot 777, when able turn left, cross runway 08 left and contact ground. Wilco, Aeroflot 777. Honolulu Tower, Delta 13 Super is 14 nautical miles to the west at 2,500 feet, inbound for landing. Delta 13 Super is on final runway 08 right, full stop. Delta 13 Super, number 1, runway 08 right, clear to land. Number 1, clear to land, runway 08 right, Delta 13 Super. Aero flap 777, please check tutorials on the forum for assistance using ATC instructions. New Zealand 302 is on final runway 04 right. New Zealand 302, roger. New Zealand 302, when able turn left, cross runway 08 left and contact ground. Wilco, New Zealand 302. Honolulu Tower, Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, inbound on the ILS, runway 08 right. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, number 2, runway 08 right, clear to land. Number 2, clear to land, runway 08 right, Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India.
30, 20.
Jetstar 206, ready for takeoff at runway 04 right, departing south. Jetstar 206, runway 04 right, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 04 right, Jetstar 206. Etihad 83 Super, taxi to runway 04 right, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 04 right, Etihad 83 Super. Delta 13 Super, taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking, Delta 13 Super. Honolulu ground, Avian K195, ready for pushback. Honolulu ground, Cathay 250 heavy, ready to taxi to runway 04 left. Avian K195, hold position. Holding position, Avian K195. Cathay 250 heavy, taxi to runway 08 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 08 left, Cathay 250 heavy. Honolulu ground, Southwest 1989, ready for pushback. Southwest 1989, pushback approved. Expect runway 08 left. Delta 13 Super, request permission to cross runway 04 right. Pushback approved. Southwest 1989. Delta 13 Super, cross runway 04 right. Crossing runway 04 right, Delta 13 Super. Avian K195, pushback approved. Expect runway 04 right. Delta 13 Super, request frequency change. Delta 13 Super, request permission to cross runway 04 left. Delta 13 Super, cross runway 04 left. Crossing runway 04 left, Delta 13 Super. Honolulu ground, November 651 Quebec Hotel, ready for pushback. Honolulu ground, Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, request taxi to parking. November 651 Quebec Hotel, pushback approved. Expect runway 08 left. Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India, taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking, Echo Mike India Romeo Alpha Tango India. Pushback approved. November 651 Quebec Hotel. Honolulu ground, Southwest 1989, ready to taxi to runway 08 right. Delta 13 Super, cross runway 08 left. Southwest 1989, taxi to runway 08 left, contact tower when ready. Crossing runway 08 left, Delta 13 Super. Taxiing to runway 08 left, Southwest 1989. Honolulu ground, November 651 Quebec Hotel, ready to taxi. November 651 Quebec Hotel, taxi to runway 08 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 08 left, November 651 Quebec Hotel. Honolulu ground, uniform.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Have a good day.